Everybody, it's Katie. I've got a sleeping baby in the other room and a few minutes on my hands and a glass of limeade, so let's have a nap time chat. I just realized that almost everything I have to talk about this time involves birthdays or holidays, so I'm sorry to all my Jehovah's Witness friends that are like clicking off right now. Sorry. Let's see, this past weekend was Mike's birthday. See here my banner I still have up. It was just really simple, just full of really simple stuff. Like he wanted to go for a run, he wanted to sleep in a little bit. He wanted to go get Korean food. So we went to a restaurant as a family of 4, which we've only done twice before. We've only gone out to eat twice since August was born. And you know, almost a year ago now. And it was pretty much a disaster. And I want to tell you about this because I want to know if anyone else has this problem. Before we went to the restaurant, I sat down with Alice, on our eye level, and I said, Alice, we're going to a restaurant. It's going to be really fun. We want to have a really good time for Dad's birthday. Okay? Will you be a good helper? Is this going to be fun? And she's like, yeah, great. And of course, it was a nightmare. She wouldn't sit still. She wouldn't eat anything. She was just being a punk. I mean, she's 3.5. This happens fairly often. August was also freaking out, and the restaurant only had one, of those, cheap little wooden, restaurant high chairs, but it had no straps to keep him in there. And he's a crazy, wiggly, 11-month-old baby who won't sit in one of those for longer than 3 minutes anyway. And he can't sit there with no straps. He just squirm and fall out and choke himself on the way down and stuff. It was terrible. So, but anyway, about the conversation with Alice, having that conversation beforehand where I say this is special, let's try extra hard, is the fastest way to kick myself in the pants. I don't know why I do it. It just keeps, this is one of those instances where I become my mom. The words just leave my mouth and then I hear them, and it's oh, as soon as I say that, it's just the kiss of death. It's guaranteed that things are going to go south. And the thing is that I completely remember having the same problem when I was a kid. I don't know what it's about, what the psychology of that is. If anyone has any theories, I remember every time my parents would sit down, me and my brother and sister, and be like, look, this is important to me. We really want this to go well, whatever. Guaranteed, everything would just go wrong. Everything would just, my brother and sister and I would, fight. Even though I would be, trying hard, it was always in the back of my mind, I need to be sort of on my best behavior. Just having that pressure or something, the pressure of, wanting things to be really good would just break me. I don't know. And so it's the same problem with her. I don't know if that's a universal or if it's just something extra special for my family. The next birthday we're planning for, of course, is going to be August's first birthday. I know. Technically it's November 3rd, but we're going to celebrate a couple days early because my father-in-law will be in town. And this will be the first birthday we've ever had where a grandparent was able to be here. My parents were actually planning to come for August's birthday, but my dad got injured over the summer and has been off work a bunch, so that just sort of changed everything. My father-in-law is still going to be able to come though, and we're going to be able to have kind of just a really small, intimate party that I feel is appropriate for a young kid, a young baby. Alice's birthdays, her first 3 birthdays have been sort of a bigger thing. Not big like how people do big birthdays, and they have themes and they have lots of decorations and they have food that all coordinates with the theme and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, we don't do that kind of stuff really, but we've had a group of maybe 20 people each year for her, and some kids and some people not with kids, but just groups of friends, and I don't know, it's just been a bigger thing. I'm really looking forward to this being kind of stripped down and just a couple very close friends that have been important sort of in his life in this first year, and then my father-in-law, like I said, and just real simple like that. I have these rainbow streamers I've been saving for a super long time. Rainbows for our rainbow baby. We have an archway in our house. I'll probably put some streamers up there or maybe something outside. Mike is the cake baker actually in our family, so he's going to come up with some sort of maybe something fallish, maybe like pumpkin cake with cream cheese frosting or something, I don't know. The other big event before that though is of course Halloween. Mike is super into Halloween. Alice really, really likes it too so far. I don't know if I've mentioned this on YouTube before, but I know I've talked about it on Facebook. Halloween in my neighborhood is insane. We will get 500, 600 trick-or-treaters or more. I know some people get like 2 trick-or-treaters, depending on where you live. Some people like hope for like a dozen. We get absolutely inundated with kids. It's just, this neighborhood is like near a very large public park that people kind of congregate at. And sort of this area, there's like some nicer streets sort of in this area, like rich people areas. So that's where people want to trick or treat. And I mean, I did the same thing when I was a kid. But people come from all over the place, including people drive over from Mexico. Because Halloween is going to be on a weekend, it's going to be on a Friday night, this year it's going to be extra crazy. It's just, honestly. So I have one like kind of crazy lady neighbor who counts kids every year. She swears. She gives out candy and counts, and she swears that last year we had 1,000 kids. So yeah. We pull in reinforcements. We have friends come over to help us because we're going to want to go take our kids out trick-or-treating. Like Alice is, more excited for it this year than any previous year. So we're going to want to take her just like at least around our block and see the neighbors and stuff. But we have to have somebody here holding down the fort. It's also a total free-for-all in terms of there's sort of no agreement about when trick-or-treating starts or ends or anything. It's not regulated in any way. Where I grew up, trick-or-treating was like, it was like from 5 to 7 o'clock, and everybody like kind of abided to those hours. And if it was on a weeknight, generally they would move trick-or-treating to the weekend, and everybody would respect that. Mike grew up in Los Angeles, and he says that it was just like anything goes there too, that there were no set times or whatever. Here, last year, the first kids started showing up at 5:15, and they were still going strong after 9 o'clock. So it's going to be nuts. We basically set ourselves, in my opinion, a pretty high candy budget, and we just pass out candy until we run out. And then we just have to turn people away like the rest of the night. And I don't know, I spend like the second half of the night sort of like in a fetal position in my bedroom or something, because I just can't deal with that many hordes of people in my front yard. But I don't know, it's kind of cool that it's so nuts. Like it makes a good story and something we'll always sort of remember. So yeah, our kids, I'm like way behind on making their costumes. Alice came up with the idea for what she wants her and August to be this year. There's a little hint. This is what I've got so far. She wants to be a raccoon. She wants August to be a baby raccoon. I have no idea where she got this idea because raccoons actually don't live here. Like, she's never seen a raccoon. She's like seen them in books and probably like nature documentaries. Actually, there's a really interesting documentary about raccoons on Netflix. It's called Raccoon Nation. I actually don't think she saw it until after she had the idea. So again, I don't know where the idea came from, but it's gonna be cute. She's gonna have a little mask. She was really excited about painting the tip of her nose black. I'm gonna make her like a fake fur, like fluffy tail and stuff, and wear like a gray sweatsuit. And I have no idea what I'm really doing with August, but it'll be cute. So I think that's about all I have to say today. I'm gonna go try to savor the last few minutes of alone time I get. I am working on a number of videos, little by little, because I just never have the time, guys. But I want to put it out there. If you have not seen the tag video that I did recently, One Random Story, I hope you will go check that out. If you're new to my channel, I feel like that may be a good place to start. I feel like, so it's one of my, like, I consider one of my best stories, and I have just had a lot of fun kind of telling the story, and it gives you some insight into kind of who I was before I had kids. I don't know, I'm kind of proud of it. So I will link to that video in case you missed it. I hope you're enjoying the fall or the spring if you're in the southern hemisphere, or if you're just pretending it's fall like I am because it's really pretty hot still. Hope you guys are doing well. I'll see you soon. Bye.